We have reached new lows, as you can see. It's week 2 of the high school football season. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the McDonald's 5 on your sideline. Our big game, St. Ed's and Mentor, coming up in just a moment. I'm Andy Baskin, Mike Cairns, Nick Camino, and our guest today, weather guru Mark Johnson.
That's right. That's it, baby. We're doing sports. Sports.
Make sure you go to my Facebook page so you can rate Mark tonight. Mark is trying to top Danita.
Got my
we'll see what he ends up doing. I already have the -5 out for him for later.
I got
Mark,
my Miley
go
Cyrus
ahead. You have
finger.
the first game of the night.
Oh, my gosh. Here we go. It's Cleveland Heights taking on Strongsville. And look at this. It's Miley Cyrus. She showed up. Yeah, little blurred lines going on there. Oh, it was the Tigers' defense. They were like a derecho. Severe all night long. Look at this sack by David Steele. Like an EF5 twister chasing after Helen Hunt. That had to hurt. Oh, Heights would later tack on this 3-yard touchdown run by Marcus Bagley. He had 3 TDs, but he went out with an injury in the second half. Cleveland Heights blows down Strongsville like a squall line thunderstorm, 25-10. Twerk it, baby.
To Avon Lake we go. Shoreman hosting Lorraine in the home opener after getting blasted by Avon last week. Yes, it was truly Shoreman country all night. David Winkle was back, running the offense. First drive of the second half, finds Jeremiah Camp on the far corner. 49-7 Shoreman at that point, and then the defense says, that is it. Watch that finger. Lorraine quarterback Eddie Williamson swarmed under by Kyle Kuhar and Danny Disbro. Shoreman roll 56-7.
All right, big week of games on the east side. St. Ignatius and Mentor, stay tuned. Again, those highlights are coming up. They're terrific. Matchups in Solon and Macedonia tonight, and Michael Baldwin joins us live in the newsroom with those highlights to put a little seriousness behind Mark Johnson.
Well, Andy, I don't know if I can top Mark Johnson, but I spent this beautiful Friday night out with the east side, checking out 2 of the best matchups in the areas. Twinsburg visited Nardonia, and Glenville took on Solon. We begin in Solon, where the fans were geared up to watch the Solon Comets play host to the Glenville Tarblooders. It was a grudge match and a test of wills. A defensive struggle until a gutsy call by Glenville. It was a 4th and 9. Number 4, Quan Robertson, throws a 19-yard strike touchdown pass to Darius Lewis to go up 7-0. Solon would come back and miss a field goal. The Tarblooders would win 15-14. And in Macedonia, those fans were not to be outdone. They had plenty to celebrate. It was Nardonia Knights taking out their swords and taming the Tigers of Twinsburg. Senior running back Jordan Noble seemed to have his way all night long with his 10-yard dash into the end zone. The Tigers offense just couldn't get anything going as they would only score 7 points. Different story, though, for the Knights as quarterback David Murphy completes this pass to Ty Hampton, setting up you-know-who. I don't have to say any words. You know, it's Jordan Nobles. He headed back to his temporary home tonight, and that will be the end zone. The Knights win 42-7. Andy, back to you and you guys with more highlights.
Good job, Michael. All right, our game of the week then, St. Ignatius and Mentor. And Nick, you were out there for this big game.
Yeah, guys, I mean, this was the first meeting between these 2 schools since last year's regional final. That was when the Cardinals beat the Wildcats in triple overtime to win the region. That was after Iggy won the regular season matchup. So here we go now to the JTO. Cardinals trailing 16-6, trying to get the offense going, but check out that St. Ignatius defense all over the place all night. Wildcats end up getting the ball back, and that big O-line clearing the way for running back Enzo Canada had set up this 47-yard field goal from senior kicker Matt Coella. Forget Billy Cundiff. The Browns should get this kick. Look at that leg. That made it 19-6. This game all Iggy. The Wildcats putting the finishing touchers on Mentor with a 3-yard sweep play. That was Canada again into the end zone. St. Ignatius wins it easily, 26-6. The Breeze spent the night out at the JTO, and he caught up with the star of the game.
Mark, to go along with your keen forecast tonight, I have with me St. Ignatius defensive end Christopher Keene, who had multiple sacks for the Wildcats tonight. Comment on holding the Cardinals to 6 points tonight.
It was a team effort. We all week we were preparing for this. Actually, all year, all the conditioning sessions, everything. We've been waiting, especially for this week too, since we got knocked out by them last year.
What was the difference between last week's game and this week's game?
We stepped up the intensity big time. Our enthusiasm all week during practice, we stepped up in every way.
What's going to be the key for the Wildcats for the rest of the season?
If we step up the enthusiasm week by week, escalation, we'll be fine the rest of the year.
That's it from here. It's time to breeze along. Back to the studio.
All righty, Breeze, thanks. We're going to go over to Mayfield. The Wildcats taking on Willoughby South tonight, and this was the game that was. Those cheerleaders out in full force, second quarter. Mayfield up 6. Marco Mastero hooks up with Ryan Bailey. That's a 51-yard touchdown. Woo! Nice. That put Mayfield up 27-14. How was the camera work on that play? Pretty good, huh?
Not bad.
All right,
Better than
back-
last week.
Back comes Willoughby South. Andre Smith, 44-yard touchdown run, set up an 8-yard touchdown run by DJ Green. It was a 44-yard run that set that up. Willoughby South would add another one. BJ Lewis right there. They hang on to win 42-41 in overtime. Willoughby South the winner. Plenty more highlights straight ahead in Week 2 edition of the McDonald's 5 on your sidelines. We're going to Summit. We're going to Portage County. And we're going to have the first home game for Berea Mid-Park. We'll find out more when we come back. How about that? That was pretty good. All right, don't forget, Mark Johnson's with us tonight. You need to go to my Facebook page, Andy Baskin, WEWS, and you need to rate him 1 to 10 on how he did tonight. He's up against Danita, and of course, Chris will be here next week.
Danita
Mark,
who?
Thank you
Danita
for the
who?
good weather. So far, Danita still got you beat. All right,
no.
next one. Back to the action. Brecksville hosting North Royalton. Third quarter, the Bears trailing 21-0. Jack Marusik with a nice pass to Mario Gunn for the first down, but the drive would stall late in the third. Tim Tupa would end up going deep and connects with Nick Sharilla. Yeah.
Sharilla!
First and goal for the Bees. They score on the next play. Brecksville wins 28-0. Mark.
All right, Berea Mid-Park's first home game as a combined school. Titans hosting Garfield Heights first quarter. Titans quarterback Jordan Babbage. Oh, he goes deep, but it's an overshooting cloud top. Antoine Wiggins. Garfield Heights takes over. Hey, Titans get a stop on defense and then try to mount a drive, but Babbage is sacked by Sheridan Morgan. Unfortunately, it wasn't where squalls persist tonight. It was where Garfield Heights persists. They win 21-7.
Amherst Steel visiting Midview, and I absolutely love Middy's quarterback, Cody Callaway. He's going to be one to watch. On his way to BG next year, picking up first quarter. Callaway, what a rocket for an arm. The bullet here to Zach Wilson in the slot, and Wilson does the rest. 45 yards to pay dirt. Middy's on top early, but right before the half, Amherst answers back. Anthony Iliopoulos to Josh Kelly for the score. 7-7 was Middy's all the way in the second half. They win it 35-16.
All right, Summit County, Walsh Jesuit hosting St. Vincent St. Mary, Fighting Irish in the Wildcat formation right here, and Vince Lockett with the keeper and heads to the pile, breaks the tackle, stretches it to the end zone. That made it 7-0 right to you. St. V from the Paris 16. It's Paris Campbell finds some room up the middle and then bulldozes his way in to score and tracks some defenders with him there too. Campbell also had a 99-yard touchdown run in that one. All Fighting Irish over the Warriors, 35-20.
Next up, Akron Garfield visiting Cuyahoga Falls, a grind in the trenches. Cuyahoga Falls, Cody Mead feels like El Nino out in the middle of nowhere. He gets taken down by a host of Garfield defenders, but Falls QB Michael Kaiser rolls left, finds Colton Lewis all alone in the back of the end zone, baby, tying it up at 7. But it's Garfield. They win 10-7 in overtime.
All right, back to Lake County, Painesville Riverside hosting West Geauga. The Wolverines getting on the board early in this one. It's Connor Krause. He calls his own number here, 16-yard touchdown scamper. That made it 7-0 West G. Still first quarter. This time it's the big old running back, Abdul Levy. He bulldozes his way in from 5 yards out. Wolverines up 14-0. West Geauga wins this game easily, 48-29. The Wolverines now 2-0 on the season.
All right, boys, we got one more game for you. Portage County, Kent Roosevelt hosting Stowe. Thanks to our friends at Portage Trail for these highlights. Roosevelt quarterback Dustin Monaco hits Luther Fortson. Roosevelt scores, but Stowe would fight back. Brian Groves heaves to Zaire Lewis. And the final one in this one, Stowe wins 35-14. Let's give you our ratings for tonight. Go to my Facebook page. I gave him an 8.
A 10.
An 8.
There you go.